very short piece by the monk Kengi, circa 875. True, I may appear unkept like a rotting tree, jetsam or flotsam, but on the right occasion, this old heart can still blossom. I'll get to you in a minute. I'm getting there. This is a poem by Langston Hughes, black American poet of the 30s, 40s, perhaps 50s, one of the few able to earn a living from his writing. This is called Madam and the Phone Bill. You say I okayed long distance? Okayed it when? My goodness, Central, that was then? I'm mad and disgusted with that Negro now. I don't pay no reverse charges, no how. You say I will pay it, else you'll take out my phone? You better let my phone alone. I didn't ask him to telephone me. Roscoe knows darn well long distance ain't free. If I ever catch him, Lord have pity, calling me up from Kansas City, just to say he loves me. I know that was so. Why didn't he tell me something I don't know? For instance, what can them other girls do that Alberta K. Johnson can't do? And more, too. What's that, Central? You say you don't care? Nothing about my private affair? Well, even less about your phone bill does I care. Huh? Uh-huh? Huh? Yes? You say I gave my okay. Well, that okay you may keep, but I sure ain't gonna pay. I'll just do one more and get Menno to come up on the drum. This is a Bukowski piece. Don't come round, but if you do. Yeah, sure, I'll be in unless I'm out. Don't knock if the lights are out, or you hear voices, or then I might be reading Proust, if someone slips Proust under my door, or one of his bones for my stew. And I can't loan money, or the phone, or what's left of my car, though you can have yesterday's newspaper, an old shirt, or a bologna sandwich, or sleep on the couch, if you don't scream at night. And you can talk about yourself, that's only normal. Hard times are upon us all. Only I'm not trying to raise a family to send through Harvard or buy hunting land. I'm not aiming high. I'm only trying to keep myself alive, just a little longer. So if you sometimes knock and I don't answer, and there isn't a woman in here, maybe I've broken my jaw and I'm looking for some wire. Or I'm chasing the butterflies in my wallpaper. I mean, if I don't answer, I don't answer. And the reason is that I am not yet ready to kill you, or love you, or even accept you. It means I don't want to talk. I am busy, I am mad, I am glad, or maybe I'm stringing up a rope. So even if the lights are on and you hear sound like breathing or praying or singing, a radio or the roll of dice, or typing, go away. It is not the day, the night, the hour. It is not the ignorance of impoliteness. I wish to hurt nothing, not even a bug. But sometimes I gather evidence of a kind that takes some sorting. And your blue eyes, be they blue, and your hair, if you have some, or your mind, they cannot enter until the rope is cut or knotted, or until I have shaven into my new mirror, until the wound is stopped or opened forever. You want to set up? I'll just do this one while you're getting it ready. I've got a few poems by an English poet called Peter Redgrove. Redgrove is probably more famous for writing a book with his wife, Penelope Shuttle, called The Wise Wound, which was quite exceptional in the 60s. Was to do with menstruation, the psychology, mythology, etc., etc. And a lot of people see it as quite a classic of its kind. He's written a lot of poetry and was a friend of Ted Hughes. I like the imagery he uses. This one's pretty obvious from the title. It's called Coming Lady. But, okay, I'll just read it. She comes like a seashell without a skin. She comes like warm mud that moves in sections. She comes with long legs like a tree frog clambering towards some great fruit. Nidip, nidip. A small acrobat lives inside her flower. The canopy blooms. She has an underground belfry tolling the bushes, which shakes the ground. It is full of shivering bats that fly out and return. Her blouse comes off like the clean paging of new books. There is a smell of fresh bread and a clean, active, strong-teated animal inside. Her knickers come off like opening party invitations. And between her legs, pigeons are laying eggs without shells. I have lost dread there longer than a man reasonably may. I believe I know there white lids sledding over mossy wells, shearing prisms and silk splitting for me to walk into the red room in order to inspect the ancient portraits in warm, loose oils that are always repainting themselves.